corner of the ESPN app. Scroll down to live radio, and we're right there. You're not tied to your car in the middle of a segment you like. You got to go into work. You get there. Take us right with you. We're presented by Progressive Insurance. And by the way, Harry, as you know, KJM, we've been giving away, there was a 10K a day giveaway, KJM 10K a day giveaway. For 20 days of shows, we gave away $2,500 an hour to callers, right? And so altogether it was $200,000, or so we thought. We thought the contest was over. People were texting the winning word of every hour to 777-000, entered for their chance to win. 80 different people won. Not everyone claimed their prize.
That's unbelievable. Free money?
A little later in the show, we're going to tell you how to win some of that unclaimed money, right? There's going to be some more. Be a part of Keyshawn J. Will and Max Nation on the Dr. Pepper call-in line, 888-SAY-ESPN, 888-729-3776. ESPN Nation's presented by Dr. Pepper. It ain't college football season without the delicious taste of an ice-cold Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve. So, we talked about last night's game, right? And we got into, how good Herbert looked, and Tua hasn't looked good the last couple of weeks and all that. The Chargers beat the Dolphins 23-17 in a game that wasn't actually that close. Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers. Now, I have been on this show, on this Just In, on every show I've done. Hey, everybody. If anyone can drive the Shanahan car because of the coaching and the defense and the weapons and da-da-da, why has every other quarterback during Garoppolo's time there? Harry, everyone combined. Don't forget, also, they were like 0-7 or 0-8 when he got there. We're not even counting those losses, right?
Yep.
Basically their run-loss record, we're talking about 4 different quarterbacks, is almost the worst in the NFL. So the Niners, with those guys, one of the worst teams in the league. With Garoppolo, one of the best teams in the league. He must be doing something. Garoppolo doesn't look quite as good today as he did before yesterday's game. Because Brock Purdy looked good when he subbed in for Garoppolo originally. He looked good. But now he's facing the Bucs and Tom Brady. And even though they're old and creaky, Harry, it's Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Who was better last night, Purdy or Tom Brady?
Oh, this is easy for me, Max. And I got to take it back to the simple fact that you had Brock Purdy's family, before they even knew he was going to be the starter, buy tickets for this football game to go watch Tom Brady play. Yeah. Pump your brakes, the Purdy family. Pump your brakes. You're not going to watch no Tom Brady play. Brock Purdy said yesterday, to hell with Tom Brady. Y'all are coming to watch me play. It was the Brock Purdy show, not the Tom Brady show.
35-7. Tom Brady was the closest thing we've ever seen in an all-time great, and he's the greatest of all time, to a Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
Late in the 6th round.
By the way, can I touch on this really quick? I do hate that name because how do you call somebody Mr. Irrelevant who's going into the National Football League? What a lot of people don't get to do.
What you don't want to be is the second to last guy picked. Then you're just nobody, right? You want to be the dead last. At least you're Mr. Irrelevant. But that should be his nickname, right? Like that should belong to him, Mr. Irrelevant.
His dad yesterday, my son is not Mr. Irrelevant. He's relevant.
Yes.
He is relevant than you ever known.
The dead last dude taken in the draft, going against the greatest quarterback who ever lived. Now, let's be fair about this. He has a much better offensive coach.
Yep.
He has much better offensive weapons around him.
True.
He has a much better offensive line and a much better defense right now.
Go.
Right? He's got all those things going for him, yet and still, Brady had Belichick, and Brady then put himself in a great position with, I'm not trying to hear it. He won all those Super Bowls. Everyone could shut up, right?
Yeah.
Everyone could Brock Purdy, 2 TDs, ran for another. First quarterback ever to beat Tom Brady in his first career start. Brock Purdy, how did you prepare for this?
Just the reps at practice and all that kind of stuff, knowing that you're the guy going into the game. That was a little different. Other than that, my emotions and everything, just in my hotel room, studying last night and all that kind of stuff, it was all relatively the same. And then when we found out, we're getting the ball to start the game out, that's when I was like, okay, this is getting real. Well, let's go. And so that's why I'm saying, to sort of get hit on the first play, I sort of liked it. But other than that, it was another football game.
Yeah, in that first play he's talking about, Keanu Neal came on a blitz, right? He didn't really decipher the blitz well. They actually called a flag for helmet-to-helmet contact, and it kind of woke him up a little bit. But I love the simple fact that Kyle Shanahan didn't put the shackles on Brock Purdy and let him run the offense. Third downs yesterday, this team offensively were 4 for 9. But it's the fact that he was eluding pressure, right? Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, he was going on a bootleg, right? A naked out to the right side of the football field. And I thought Joe Tryon-Shoyinka was about to sack him. Brock Purdy eluded that pressure, then delivered a nice football to the outside of the numbers for a first down. Cover 0 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, no safety help. You notice the safety, Logan Ryan, outside against Christian McCaffrey, playing inside leverage. Christian give him a little double move. He throws that play for a touchdown. But you also have the stutter and go from Brandon Ayuk that we just watched on the screen, a touchdown pass that he stood in the pocket and delivered that one. Was it a little short? Yes, but you don't care if it's short. Your job in that moment is to get the football to your wide open guy. That's what he did. He had other little areas where, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers brought a blitz. He understood that Deebo Samuel was his outlet and went right to it. Those intangibles in a tight red zone, right? You have a man beater route. It's zone coverage. He didn't waste any time. Tucked the football, ran it in for a touchdown. Those intangibles, and I will say this: Brock Purdy wasn't a bad quarterback while he was at Iowa State. Right. He completed over 70% of his passes his senior year.
But you need to see this at this level.
Exactly.
When
this
the speed
level is
is
different.
like this.
And you have the type of players that you have defensively for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I just thought it was a good outing. And it does lies the question, if Brock Purdy continues to play like this, what is the quarterback position going to look like next year for the San Francisco 49ers?
Hold on. Let's not rush past. Can they win the Super Bowl with a rookie quarterback? That's never been done before.
I think so.
I think so. I can't believe I'm saying this because the sample size is small. It's never happened in the history of football, but that doesn't mean it's never going to happen, right?
Yeah.
It looks good to me. And I told you about the Keyshawn Johnson, Bill Parcells stat line, right? Mm-hmm. I get a text from Key yesterday, so I'm like, of course, let me look up the stat line because it must be perfect.
The formula.
16 of 21, 185 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, right? Let the defense do their thing. Rolled Tom Brady and the Bucs. Rolled them. So you believe, and I believe both, that this team with Brock Purdy at quarterback is capable of winning the Super Bowl.
I believe so because of the surroundings. You look at the run game yesterday, they ran for over 200. That defense, listen, Max, that defense yesterday had a lot of Tampa Bay Buccaneers players offensively ready to quit that football game. Listen, you talk about hit stick, see ball, get ball, everybody swarming, punishing offensive players when they catch it or when they're running the football. They did that on multiple occasions. And here's the thing right here. You would think yesterday the San Francisco 49ers probably had 5 or 6, 7 sacks. They were that dominant without sacking the quarterback, but they got to Tom Brady. Tom Brady was just trying to get rid of that thing, so he didn't get sacked and didn't get hit. He still got hit about 7 times. So that defense is playing at a high level, and they're playing with their hair on fire.
Oh, we're about to have an argument, Harry and me.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jalen Hurts is right now the betting favorite for MVP.
Yeah.
Should he be? Are his Eagles the best team in the NFL after